Right behind me is the Chendamangalam Synagogue, well preserved and one of the synagogues on the outskirts of Ernakulam. Let's go in and explore.
In 1420, the Jews who came from Kodungalur or Paravoor to Chendamangalam built a synagogue, a place of worship for the Malabari Jews. This synagogue, built in the model of Jerusalem temple, was destroyed in a fire and was rebuilt in 1614 and renovated several times. In the 1960s, when the Jews in Kerala returned to Israel, the worship here came to a stop. The Chendamangalam Synagogue Museum showcases the lives and rituals of Kerala Jews who were firm believers and lived in a close contact with the local society. The synagogue is located inside high walls that surround it. At Chendamangalam, the smallest of the extant Kerala synagogues, there is no gatehouse per se, but the synagogue compound, which is surrounded by a high chunnam over laterite stone wall, includes a deep recessed porch below a room once used as a Jewish school. The wall in front is as high as the front elevation. When you cross the front door, it is the Azra, with a vast prayer room behind it. The balcony that projects into the prayer room is a second bisma, or elevated platform for Torah reading. Supporting it are two stone pillars with intricate carvings. The position of the ark is on the wall across the door and is a beautiful piece of art in teak and carved images. On the wooden planks on the roof are carved images of lotus that are painted. On both sides of bima are two rows of bench. The balcony is supported by two wooden columns with plain shafts that, according to local narratives, are in reference to the twin pillars of Boaz and Jachin that once stood outside the ancient temple built by Solomon in Jerusalem. Behind the balcony and separated by a mechitza, a partition wall, is the naturally lit women's seating area that is placed directly above the Azra. To the rear of the women's area is a space with windows that was once used as a classroom. This room connects to a separate small tower that leads via a spiral stair down to the porch. Constructed during the 17th century on the land donated by the Palayam family, the Chendamangalam Synagogue is arguably one of the oldest in Kerala. At the very entrance is the fragment of a tombstone of a woman who died in 1264 AD. Other fragments of tomb engravings have also been found in the cemetery to the east. The synagogue has been renovated and revived to its former glory by the government of Kerala and now houses a small museum of early Jewish life in Kerala. The synagogue stands as a testament to India's rich Jewish heritage and atmosphere of tolerance. This museum showcases Jewish customs in Kerala, the role of women in Jewish community, Jewish songs, etc. Jews all over the world are a proud lot when it comes to their culture and heritage. Resulting from their diaspora in the 6th century BC, they made their presence felt in different parts of the world. They made India too their home, till majority of them returned to Israel after 1948. Kerala is one place in India where the Jewish community made its presence felt in a strong manner. Their presence can still be felt in port city of Kochi, where they are still involved in a variety of business activities. Among the prominent landmarks of Jewish community in the region is their place of worship called Synagogue. The synagogue at Chendamangalam reflects traditional Kerala architecture and has utilized Western construction technology. Some of the visual attractions of this synagogue are undoubtedly the majestic altar, which stands out for its intricate artwork. The synagogue has a high roof, which at first sight would itself convince one about the difficulties that the craftsmen might have encountered while fixing it. The ceiling of the roof has a brightly colored checkered pattern with huge wooden beams giving additional support to the roof. A wooden balcony with beautifully carved bolsters and railings is another attraction of the synagogue. There is another balcony meant exclusively for women. A marvelous craftsmanship in wood, a spiral wooden staircase leads to the balcony. Chendamangalam is also an example of religious tolerance and harmonious coexistence, which can be felt by the presence of temple, mosque, church located close to the synagogue. The Jewish community in Chendamangalam, never numbering more than a few hundred, was small even relative to the other Kerala Jewish enclaves. Although the current building served the needs of the community for many years, from the mid-1950s to the turn of new millennium, it sat mostly unused. Many of the local Jews have moved from Chendamangalam to Israel after establishing of the Jewish state in 1948. And most of the remaining community left in 1960s and 70s. By the 1980s, there were only 19 Jews remaining in Chendamangalam.
I've been to the synagogue about 7 years back, and it was in ruins, but now it has been restored. The restoration work took place about 4 years back, and it is still continuing. I can see that there's work happening even now. So that was Chendamangalam Synagogue for you. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on this video. Let me know as to what you think about it. It's Shailesh signing off until the next vlog. Bye-bye.